Motivation selection of the best phrases about success. It is better to do and regret than not to do and regret twice. Grace Hopper. If you decide to do something, but did not start doing it within 72 hours, in 85% of cases you will never do it. Bodo Schäfer. If you can imagine something clearly, then you can achieve it. The only barriers in our lives are the ones we set for ourselves. Tracy. Always do what you're afraid to do. Waldo Emerson. The one who can and does not act is worse than the one who cannot, but tries to do something. William Blake. Our achievements always correspond to our ambitions. Andrey Kurpatov. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go after the great. John D. Rockefeller. Dreams don't work until you work. Grace Hopper. If you think you can do something, or you think you can't do it, you're right in both cases. Henry Ford. You're never going to be a failure until you stop trying. Mike Dietka. Once in a lifetime, fortune knocks on the door of every person, but a person at this time often sits in the nearest pub and does not hear any knocking. Mark Twain. Even if you're on the right track, you'll be crushed if you just sit on the road. Will Rogers. The most dangerous poison is the feeling of achieving a goal. The antidote to it is to think every night that you can do better tomorrow. Ingvar Kamprad. Indecision has never won a battle. William McKinley. Do as much as you can today, tomorrow you can do even more. John Wooden. If you do only the same things as all mediocre people, you will not get more than what is available to typical mediocrities. Tracy. Whenever you see a successful person, you only notice the glory surrounding them, not what they sacrificed for it. Vaibhav Shah. Success requires no explanation, failure does not accept excuses. Napoleon Hill. Whoever wants to go upstairs will come up with a ladder. Japanese wisdom. To succeed in life, you need to win only one battle, the battle with yourself. Les Brown. We can achieve anything we want if we try hard enough. Helen Keller. Man is created for action. Not acting and not existing for a person are the same thing. Voltaire. Failure causes some people to break and others to break records. William Ward. A bullet that whistled an inch from the target is as useless as one that did not fly out of the muzzle. Fenimore Cooper. When people reach the end, they laugh at the fears that tormented them in the beginning. Paulo Coelho. Even if you lose, time will pass, and you will understand that the words, "I tried and failed," sound much more worthy, honest, higher and stronger than the banal excuse, "I could if I tried." Labama Quarter. Do your best, God will do everything impossible. John Wooden. If you fall with your body, you will be lifted up, if you lose your spirit, they will trample you. Les Brown. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Friedrich Nietzsche. You will never be able to solve the problem that has arisen if you keep the same mindset and the same approach that led you to this problem. Albert Einstein. When you introduce any innovations, you will be prepared for the fact that you will be called crazy. Larry Ellison. Investing in knowledge yields the highest dividends. Benjamin Franklin. Remember that there are only 2 days a year when you can't do anything. One is called yesterday and the other is called tomorrow. John Wooden. To achieve twice as many successes, you need to double the number of your attempts, because each defeat is just a great opportunity to start over, being more carefully prepared. Henry Ford. The man who was able to move the mountain started by dragging small pebbles from place to place. Chinese proverb. If no one criticizes you, it means that you have not yet achieved success. Malcolm Forbes. Winners focus on winning, and losers focus on winners. Eric Thomas. If you don't learn to control yourself, others will control you. Hassi Aliyev. Our big drawback is that we give up too quickly. The surest way to success is to try one more time all the time. Thomas Edison. Obstacles are those scary things you see when you take your eyes off the target. Henry Ford. All victories begin with a victory over oneself. Leonid Leonov. Someday later the most dangerous disease, which sooner or later will bury your dreams with you. Timothy Ferriss. And remember, there are no unattainable goals, there is a high coefficient of laziness, lack of ingenuity and a stock of excuses. George Berkeley. Fear stops the action. Action stops fear. Margaret Burke-White. Instead of complaining that a rose has thorns, I rejoice in the fact that a rose grows among the thorns. Joseph Yabert. Trying to succeed by doing nothing is like trying to harvest where you haven't sown anything. David Bly. The strong fall but rise, lose but don't give up, fight and win. And the weak are not even able to set a goal for themselves. John Wooden. If you are working on your goals, then those goals will work for you. D. Ron. Better a small thing than a big plan without action. Grace Hopper. The problem is that without taking risks, we risk 100 times more. Marcus Aurelius. If you don't like what you get, change what you give. Carlos Castaneda. In serious matters, care should be taken not so much to create opportunities as to ensure that they are not missed. Francois de la Roquefoucauld. You can be at the top of the oak tree in two ways. One is to sit on the acorn and wait for the tree to grow. The second is to climb the trunk. So choose for yourself. John Wooden. Success is a ladder, you can't climb it with your hands in your pockets. Paul Baat. If this burden has gone to me, then I can do it. Margaret Mitchell.